Hey boys and girls, today we're going to take a closer look at what do you do with a tail like this, and we're going to compare it to this other book that we read a while back, Elephants and Their Calves. Don't forget, you need your buddy to do this work. So, as we're looking at these two books, let's focus on today's question. How do elephants survive? We're going to look at the information in both of these books to answer this question. How do elephants survive? And we're going to compare the information that this book, Elephants and Their Calves, says about elephants, and the information that we got from this book, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? Here's a page from Elephants and Their Calves. It says, the calf. Most cows give birth to one calf at a time. A group of cows protects the calf. In this text, what do we learn about how calves survive? Tell your partner. Don't forget to pause me. Can you point to it in the text? Oh, there it is right there. Cows protect the calf. That's how they survive. The mommies protect them. Is that what you said? Great job. Why do you think calves need to be protected? Pause this and tell your partner. Of course, they need to be protected because they're just little babies. They're too small to be on their own yet. This page of that book says calves drink milk from their mothers. They start to eat plants after a few months. What else do calves need to survive? Can you point to it in the text? Oh, that's right. They drink milk from their mothers. Oh, let's go back to what do we do with a tail like this? What does this text say about elephants? Can you find it? Tell your partner. There it is right there. If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. What's another word for an elephant's nose? That's right, a trunk. What did you already know about an elephant's trunk before you read both of these books? Tell your partner what you already knew. Wow, that's a lot of information that you already knew. Smart things, you. This is the glossary from Elephants and Their Calves. Remember, the glossary tells you what the important words mean in the book. Let's look at the word trunk. What does the glossary entry for trunk in Elephants and Their Calves tell us about how an elephant uses its trunk to survive? Can you find that in the text? Show your partner. It's right here. An elephant uses its trunk to bring food and water into its mouth. Oh, like to eat and to drink. Oh, back to you. What do you do with a tail like this? How is the information similar to what the glossary says? Listen and tell your partner. That's kind of a tricky one. The glossary said that an elephant uses its trunk to bring food and water into its mouth. And this text says that the elephant uses the trunk to give itself a bath. Both texts say that the elephant puts water into its trunk. That was a tricky one. How do you think an elephant uses its trunk to take a bath and to eat and drink? Tell your partner. Did you talk about how it's kind of like a big straw? The elephant must sniff that water up into its nose and then push it out. I'm glad I'm not an elephant. What else does a trunk do? Tell your partner. That's a lot of things elephants can do with their trunks. Eat, drink, give themselves a bath. They can also pick things up with their trunk. Let's compare these two books and all the information it gave us about elephants. We read Elephants and Their Calves, so let's put any information about that book over here on this side. And we read What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? Let's put that over here on this side. And then remember, things that both books told us about elephants go here in the middle. What do both texts tell us about elephants? Think hard. Tell your partner. What do both texts tell us about elephants? You're right. Both texts say that elephants use their trunks. What did we learn about what do you do with a tail like this that we did not learn in Elephants and Calves? Tell your partner. That's right. And what do you do with a tail like this? The text says elephants use their trunks to give themselves a bath. Didn't say that in Elephants and Their Calves. Which book has lots of information about elephants? And which book has just a little bit of information about elephants? Tell your partner. You're right. What do you do with a tail like this only told us one little thing about elephants. And Elephants and Their Calves was all about elephants. There was lots of information in that book. What did we learn about elephants in Elephants and Calves that we did not learn in What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? That's your turn. This is your exit ticket. You're going to need a whiteboard, a marker, and an eraser. On your whiteboard, you're going to write, what did we learn about elephants in Elephants and Calves that we did not learn in What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? Write this on your board. Elephants and Calves says, and tell me, what did this text say that we didn't learn in What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? You did such a great job today comparing these two books. You'll see that when you're reading about animals, that there's lots of books about animals, and some books have lots of information, and some books may just have a little information about the animals that you are researching. Don't forget to seesaw your exit ticket to your teacher. Super job today, guys.